Hello everyone, Dark Blaine here, back playing some more AFK Arena. And in this video, I want to look at Treznor's skills, signature item, furniture, and engraving. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It will help you get notified on when I post new videos. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with his skills first. Starting with his ultimate ability, Purging Cleave, passive. So this is going to be a passive ability. That's kind of new. I've never seen an ultimate ability be a passive. When Treznor's health falls below 25% or below, he uses his spear to deal 500% AoE damage to a small area of enemies in front of him, and then dismounts his horse, during which time he is immune to damage and control effects. While Treznor is dismounted, he is only able to use his ultimate ability and normal attacks. When his ability is actively used, Treznor will spin his spear around from a mounted position, knocking back and knocking over nearby enemies, dealing 300% damage to them. While dismounted, Treznor swings his broken sword repeatedly at an enemy target 5 times, dealing 220% damage to them each time, with the final strike knocking them to the ground. At level 2, while Treznor is in a mounted position, the damage he deals is increased to 360%, and at level 3, while dismounted, the damage of each attack is increased to 240%. So, that's quite a bit of health to lose. He has to be at 25% or below, so he's losing a minimum of 75% of his health. And the damage, though, seems pretty good. 500% AoE damage to the small area of enemies when his health falls 25% or below. And then when he's mounted on his horse, he's able to deal 300% damage here. And while I believe he's dismounted, he's able to do 220% damage. So the damage here sounds pretty good, but my main problem is that he has to be at 25% health or below. Okay, so I'm going to also look at the second skill here, Death Charge. Treznor charges towards the enemy with the highest attack rating, dealing 220% damage to all targets that are in his path, knocking them backwards and stunning them for 2 seconds in the process. Treznor then stops behind the target enemy and removes all protective shield effects that are currently using, and deals 240% damage to them, also knocking them backward. Treznor is immune to control effects while using this ability, and the enemy target is unable to move. This ability prioritizes non-summon entities. At level 2, damage dealt to target enemy is increased to 280%. Level 3, damage dealt to target enemy is increased to 320%. And at level 4, damage dealt to enemies in Treznor's path is increased to 240%. So he's just going to charge towards the enemy with the highest attack rating and do damage to not only the target enemy, but also anyone in Treznor's path. And he will also be stunning them for 2 seconds. The damage in this one also sounds pretty good as well. Yeah, the damage sounds pretty good there. Okay, so before I continue with the skills, he is a Graveborn like I thought he would be. He's a ranger, or agility-based hero. He's also a ranger. His class is a ranger. And his primary role is control. So yeah, seeing some control effects, some stunning and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty good there. Okay, moving on to his third skill, Spear of Valor. Treznor faces towards the direction where targetable enemies are standing and swipes at them with his spear, dealing 260% damage to the enemies in front of him. And level 2 damage is increased to 280%, level 3 damage is increased to 300%. So he just pretty much just deals damage to enemies standing in front of him with his spear. 300% damage with the level 3, so that's pretty good there. And also keep in mind these bottom 2 skills are with the engraving, so we'll just have to see what the engraving does for this Spear of Valor. And the final skill, Soul Barricade. While in a mounted position, every time Treznor deals 50% damage, shall charge his mount with 15% energy. After the energy reaches 100%, it shall all be consumed to generate a shield that can mitigate 55% frontal damage over 10 seconds. This ability can be triggered once every 15 seconds. Treznor is immune to control effects while generating a shield. So the main theme I'm seeing with all these skills is that Treznor is going to be immune to control effects. So when every time Treznor deals 50% damage in his mounted state, he will charge his mount with 15% energy, and once that reaches 100%, he will consume the energy, and then he'll generate a shield. So that's pretty much what that is saying there. It looks like the shield sounds pretty low, only 55% frontal damage. That doesn't sound like a lot. So we'll just have to see what this one does. I'm not quite sure how this ability will do. With the level 2 though, the shield mitigates 70% frontal damage, and level 3 shield mitigates 85% frontal damage. That still doesn't sound like a lot. We'll just have to see how much damage that can actually mitigate though. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the signature item, Blade of Promise. Signature item skill, Oath of Faith. Each time a shield is generated, increases the attack ratings of Treznor and the closest 2 heroes by 40% for 6 seconds. This effect cannot be stacked. So, every time he generates a shield, he will be raising the attack rating of Treznor and the closest 2 heroes by 40% for 6 seconds. At plus 10, the amount of energy Treznor's mount generates every second is increased by 3%. At plus 20, the amount of energy Treznor's mount regenerates every second is increased by 5%. And at plus 30, while dismounted, Treznor is immune to damage and control effects for 4 seconds, and if his mount energy is fully recharged during this time, the duration of Treznor's immunity is extended to 6 seconds. So it looks like it's just increasing the mount energy regeneration, and then also giving him some more immunity. That immunity sounds pretty good if you're able to get the second part if you're able to get this timed correctly. You're able to get Treznor's immunity to 6 seconds, which that sounds pretty good. That plus 30 sounds pretty good. Immunity is always a good thing. Okay, moving on to his exclusive furniture. See what the furniture has here. Undying Cadaver. At his 3 of 3, while mounted, damage dealt by enemies can only reduce Treznor's health down to 25% of his max health. So he will be guaranteed to have 25% of his max health while he's mounted. So that sounds pretty good. And his 9 of 9, while dismounted, Treznor gains 30 life leech points and his energy regeneration is increased by 100%. That life leech doesn't sound that great. Life leech isn't the best attribute, but the energy regeneration increased by 100%. That sounds pretty good with his 9 of 9. We'll just have to do some testing on this furniture. Overall, the 9 of 9 sounds pretty good. The 3 of 3 and the 9 of 9 sound pretty good there. Okay, so I'm going to look at the engraving for the bottom 2 skills. See what the engraving looks like. Spirit of Valor. Enemies that are struck are unable to be healed for the following 8 seconds. So yeah, enemies cannot be healed, which that sounds pretty powerful. Really, a lot of this game relies on people healing each other. So not being able to be healed for 8 seconds, that's a lot of time. That's quite a bit of time there. That plus 30 engraving sounds powerful. And shield mitigates all frontal damage. So instead of just mitigating 85% frontal damage, it'll be mitigating all frontal damage with the plus 60. That one also sounds really powerful. I think Treznor's engraving will be very powerful here, just from looking at it for the first time. And this one is just for, yeah, just for the arena heroes and everything, so I'm not really going to look at that. Okay, so I'm going to test Treznor out here. I want to see what he can do in the arena of trials here. Yeah, I just want to see what he can do. Okay, so I'm going to first test him out in the wooden dummy here. And I believe I got most of the lag figured out, so it should mostly be smooth. I believe the last time I reviewed a hero, this was smooth. This wooden dummy battle was smooth, but yeah, I think it's looking a lot smoother though. But what do you think? What do you think? Does this look smoother than the last time I did this wooden dummy for Halus, I believe it was? Let me know in the comments if this looks smoother. If you've watched that Halus review video. So yeah, it looks like he's just charging all over the place here. And he's gaining a lot of energy really fast here. He's doing his ultimate ability pretty quickly. Yeah, and it's looking really good so far. And he has that shield that mitigates all frontal damage there. Which, yeah, that plus 60 engraving is looking really powerful. He's really fast. Yeah, that looks really good. That looks really good. Okay, so I'm also going to test him out with the Arena Guardian here. Now this is the battle that might get a little bit laggy. We'll just have to see how laggy this battle actually gets. Okay, I'm just gonna choose some random heroes here. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose some heroes. It'll give me that 5 bonus there. I want to see how Ana does here. I don't know if Treznor really needs Ana, but we'll just see here how this does. And ultimately we'll see how laggy this battle gets. Like I said, I tried my best to try and fix the lag here, and hopefully it'll be mostly fixed here. Which, yeah, this battle is definitely looking a lot better than the previous battles I've tried to do here. Yeah, it's definitely not looking as laggy. There is some lag in it, but yeah, it's definitely not as laggy as before. Yeah, and Treznor is once again moving around the battlefield here. I mean, he is a ranger, so he will pretty much do that. And it looks like we actually have this battle down here. Just looks like we have Gorvo left. Having the healers and the faction bonus there as well helped a lot. And there's also Ana. There's a bunch of powerful heroes there. Okay, let's look at the statistics. Ana doing the most amount of damage there. Yeah, we had a lot of damage dealers in this one, so it doesn't really surprise me that Treznor didn't do a lot of damage there. So yeah, there's that one there. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. Comment what do you think about Treznor? Do you think he is going to be a good hero? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching.